Hello, my aspiring entrepreneurs. Welcome to my channel. I welcome you all. And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel so that I continue to make such content. So, today I want to talk about something that we all go through when we want to start a business, and that is fear. So, what are we afraid of, right? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video and how to overcome those challenges. Now, before I dive into that, I want us to just take a second and think of how the world would be without fear. Imagine a world without fear. Yeah, I feel if we were not afraid, we would definitely all achieve greatness at our different levels. Okay, in as much as fear is something normal and natural, it should not hold you back from achieving your dreams. So let me dive into some common fears that we face and how we can overcome those challenges. So the first fear that we're going to talk about is fear of failure. What if your business does not work out? And once you start to think like that, you already get discouraged from carrying out whatever it is you want to do. But remember, it is better to fail than to never try at all. Okay? Let's look at the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. And it says, even if the righteous fail 7 times, they will rise again. Then, a good example that you should actually look at is Thomas Edison. This guy failed 2,774 times just for him to make a light bulb. Imagine, all those times he kept on failing, but he never gave up. So, in as much as we fear to fail, even if you were to fail, that should not be your downfall. We learn from our experiences. Those experiences, when you fail, will make you wiser the next time. So, what you can do for this fear is actually embrace failure. Embrace failure. Each failure takes you one step close to success. Remember, you are going to be learning a step at a time. This is a process, and experience is definitely the best teacher. So you should not be afraid to fail. Then, the next thing that we're going to talk about is fear of financial risk. Okay, so what about if you lose all your savings that you had put into a business? What about if you lose them? Those are the fears that start coming into our minds as we are thinking of starting a business. What about if you make a loss and lose all the money that you have invested in the business? So for this one, when creating a business, you need a very good financial plan. In as much as you take the risk, it's not just about taking a risk for the sake of just taking a risk. You need a very good financial plan, and this will direct you. Otherwise, taking this financial risk is part of entrepreneurship, and you need to understand your cash flow, and you should be able to manage this money wisely. You should seek wisdom from God. Okay, we definitely need that wisdom where money is concerned, especially if you're just starting up. You're not yet someone that's very disciplined where money is concerned. You definitely need the wisdom that you can get. So you should be able to manage your finances. You should be able to see the cash flow. You should be able to account for where this money is going so that you can manage it wisely. Is how you can overcome your risk of um, of losing or the money that you invested. So the next fear that we face before starting a business is fear of the unknown. We don't yet know what's going to happen in the future, but we're scared, and this is normal. It is really scary when you're starting a business, and you may start having mixed feelings of, what about if my product does not sell, or what if I do not find customers on the market. So the ways in which we can overcome this fear is by taking action and doing our research on what we are trying to do. Okay, so you should search for your market, search for the place where you're going to be selling, look at your competitors, what are they doing? Okay, and whatever product or service that you are offering in that market, how will it do? You need to do your research in order to make sure you are at a place where your target customers will be found and will be in demand of that product. Imagine going to the village, and this is a village that has got literally nothing, the old time villages whereby there are no solars, not even solar system that side, and they just live in the darkness. Then you take huge stoves that you go to sell that side. Are you sure? Do you think people will buy those stoves? Definitely not. So what about if you take some candles? You start to sell candles. There, charcoal burners, you know then you can definitely solve their problem. So understand your customers at that place, and what problem the service that you're offering or the product that you are offering, is it going to solve any of their problems before you get into the business. So this is how you can overcome the fear of the unknown. Knowledge is definitely going to save you. You need to acquire the knowledge that you're going to need to run this business. Okay. For our fourth fear that we may encounter when starting a business is fear of inadequacy. So this fear is normal. We even go through it personally, not just during starting of businesses, why you question yourself, are you good enough? Are you prepared enough? And believe me, these fears will hold you back more than you think. Okay? And the only way that we can overcome this fear is by investing in learning. Okay? So learn the skills, believe in yourself, and believe in your abilities. It's you to start believing in yourself first before you can get people to believe in you. So believe that you can do it. Okay? Remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So have that confidence. And then also come to understand, something that you can also do is seek mentorship. You can just go to someone doing something similar and try to like squeeze all the knowledge that you can from those people. Okay. uh Ask in a good way, of course. You can go and get knowledge from people. You can seek mentorship of people that are already experts in whatever it is that you are doing. Remember that experience is the best teacher. So as often as you continue to do something, learning, open your mind to continuous learning, and you will be good at what you're doing. Your self-doubt will no longer be there. So believe in yourself. Do not doubt your abilities. You are capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. Okay. So for the last fear that is mostly faced when starting a business is also a fear of how you're going to balance your work and your actual life schedules. And this fear is normal, guys, because we do think, how am I going to manage my business, my family, So, in as much as this can be overwhelming, even just to think about it, there are ways in which we can manage these two. And the first thing that we can do is create boundaries and prioritize your time. Okay, you should be able to seek to set and say, from here to here I work, and from this time to this time I should be with my family. Make a schedule. Then, in as much as your business continues to grow, you might need help. If you are doing this on your own at the beginning, you might need help. Remember, Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 says, two is better than one, because two people would definitely be more productive than one person. So you might need help, and you might need to delegate some of your responsibilities to someone else to take up those responsibilities, so that you can spare some time for yourself also. So remember that a healthy work business balance is required for a long-term business success. You're going to need to learn to balance this from scratch, because if you do not balance it, you become overwhelmed. And in being overwhelmed, you might not be able to continue. You might give up. So these are the common fears that we face when starting a business, and we've also talked of how we can overcome them. Then also remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So see you next time.